Okay, so welcome back. Last episode we covered RSS feeds and podcast syndication. We got the mix distributed to a load of different platforms, and we used Podbean to handle all of the heavy lifting. Now, if you haven't watched that one yet, go back and start there. This is step 9, and it's the final episode in this series. You've made the mix, mastered it, built the artwork, created the video, published it everywhere, and now it's time to make sure people can actually find it. This is promotion. The first thing to understand is that you don't need to be everywhere. The more platforms you add, the more work you create for yourself, and there is a point of diminishing returns. My advice is straightforward. Publish on the platforms that you genuinely use. If you're scrolling down Instagram every single day and you've got a following there, great, use it. If you've opened an X account 3 years ago and haven't posted since, don't waste time on it. So for me, the platforms that make the most sense are going to be Facebook, X, and Instagram. I don't use TikTok, and so therefore I don't publish there. Your strategy might look different, and that's entirely up to you. I've also got my own website at paulvelocity.com, so every mix gets a post there as well. Now the point is to be deliberate. Pick the platforms where you have a real presence and focus your energy there. So this is where all of the work we did back in episode 5 starts to pay off. You already have your artwork created in multiple sizes and formats, and that wasn't just for upload purposes. Those assets are your promotional materials. Use them. Post them. Different platforms favor different dimensions, which is exactly why we created multiple versions in episode 5. For Facebook, I tend to find the 16:9 landscape format works best. For Instagram, you've got a little bit more flexibility because the square format will work well for posts, and you can use the tool portrait format for stories. You already have all of those ready to go, so it's just a matter of choosing which one fits where. Don't forget to include a link with every post. I know that sounds obvious, but the way that you add that link on Facebook is worth paying attention to. The Facebook algorithm is less likely to push posts that contain external links. It doesn't want to send people away from the platform, so posts with outbound links tend to get less organic reach. The workaround, however, is pretty simple. Post your image and your copy without the link. Then, immediately afterwards, add a comment to your own post with a link to the mix. Your post goes out without the algorithmic penalty. Your link is right there in the comments for anyone who wants it, and it takes about an extra 10 seconds. It really does make a meaningful difference to how many people really see your post. Instagram doesn't allow clickable links in regular posts, which creates an obvious problem when you want to point people somewhere. The way around this is Linktree. Linktree is a free service that gives you a single link that you can put in your Instagram bio. And behind that link is a simple web page where you can list as many destinations as you like. So it could be your latest mix, your YouTube channel, your Mixcloud, your website, whatever you think is most relevant. When you post your mix on Instagram, your caption ends with something like link in bio. And your followers will go to your bio, click the Linktree link, and find your mix right there at the top. It's free to set up, takes about 5 minutes, and once it's in place, you just update the links whenever you have something new to share. It's definitely worth doing if you're not already using it. So my top tip for this episode is one that I don't see nearly enough people using, and that's going to be YouTube posts. Most people think of YouTube purely as a video platform, but YouTube also has a community posts feature that lets you publish and manage posts directly to your channel, similar to how you post on Instagram or Facebook. These posts sit in the community tab on your channel, and they show up in your subscribers' feeds. Now here's why this matters. You're already uploading your mix as a video, but YouTube posts gives you a second point of contact with your audience on the same platform. Take one of your artwork images, write a short post with your description and track list, add a direct link to the video and publish it. It creates another entry point for the algorithm to surface your content, and it reaches subscribers who might have scrolled past the video itself. It's genuinely underused. It costs absolutely nothing, and it takes about 2 minutes. Make sure you add it to your publishing routine. And that's it. 9 steps, start to finish, covering the entire process of how I create and publish my DJ Mix podcasts. Now, when you lay it all out like this, it seems like a lot, and I'm not going to pretend otherwise. Out of all 9 episodes, only one of them actually covers making the mix. The rest is everything that surrounds it. So that's the sourcing, the arrangement, the mastering, the artwork, the video, the distribution, the promotion. None of this is an accident. That's the work that makes the difference between a mix that gets heard and one that doesn't. There is intentionality behind all of it. Branding, consistency, these are not extras to add if you have time. They are the reason that the numbers move. Now, I've mentioned in a few episodes that you can skip certain steps or take shortcuts in places. And yes, some of that is true in a pinch. But if you want to build something real, something that grows over time and reaches an audience beyond your existing circle, then follow these steps as closely as you can. And that's going to be genuinely worth the effort. One last thing, I'm not claiming that this is the only way to do it. This is just how I do it. There may be steps in your process that I haven't covered here. There may be tools that you use that would make parts of this easier. There may be things that I'm doing that you'd approach completely differently. And you might be right. Now, if that's the case, I really do want to know. I read every single comment that comes in and I'll reply as best as I can. So please tell me what you do differently. Tell me what I've missed. Tell me if this series was useful to you, whether you are a DJ or not. I still aim to put out at least one mix a month alongside this kind of content. So if you're here for the mixes, those aren't going anywhere, don't worry. This has just been a different kind of episode. A little peek behind the curtain. And based on the response I get to this video series, I'll figure out how much more of this to make. Thank you for following along throughout the whole series, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.